Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to talk about desensitizing your horse, and we're going to use beautiful Chica here. Chica's a BLM Mustang. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. Super nice girl. She's in her early 20s, and she's usually the best at being desensitized, so we'll try her. If not, she hasn't been worked with in a while, then we'll get out Suede, who's the least good, and then to see what it's really like. Okay, here we go. Okay, and let me preface this by saying that I am in no way any professional trainer. I don't think I am. I'm not trying to say I am. This is not going to be the one and only way you can do things. But these are things I did learn from both of my trainers that taught me horsemanship, and everything, literally everything I know about horses from the ground up. If you haven't seen the other videos, I'm a fairly new rider and owner. I always wanted a horse since I was little, but that was something that couldn't happen. So my daughter got into riding, and then I hung out at the barn and I started learning how to do things with the horses and helping out and grooming them and walking them and watching the trainers. And then I took lessons, and they're great trainers. They start on the ground, so they taught me a lot of horsemanship, safety. It's called groundwork. Anyway, so one is the John Lyons certified trainer that trained Chica, and one is had horses her whole life as a child, and now she's had horses as a profession, and her daughter did professional barrel racing and reining, etc. Now she has her own huge facility, and she's been doing this. She probably doesn't want me to say how many years, because that might give away her age, but let's just say plenty. So anything I show, well, maybe not anything, just in case, I don't want to be dishonest, but a lot of the things I show are things I learned from them. And the one is more into natural horsemanship, but they're both great horsemen, horsewomen. So again, these are just things I learned from them. I'm just repeating them to you. They seem to have worked for these people on multiple horses that I've seen them work with. It seems to work for me with my horses. So not claiming I'm a professional horse trainer, professional horse woman by any means, not saying that. So these are just ideas that have worked for more seasoned horsewomen than myself. All right, I hope you enjoy. If you do like this video or this type of content, please like and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. Turn on the notifications. Otherwise, if they don't put us in the algorithm, you might not know we uploaded a video. Share with someone that you think might like the content, whether they like horses, weird middle-aged ladies that do crazy things, bloopers, any of those things. I think people would like the video, so share it with them. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much. So this is good. She's checking out all the things that she could potentially be afraid of. We'll start with the flag. This is called a flag. Usually it's used to give them an idea of that you want them to move. You don't hit them, you just move it. And because they're prey animals and they're afraid of a lot of things and afraid of movement, if you just move it, it usually works to get their feet moving, which is great. It's fine, it's good. You can use it for exercise. But in this case, we're trying to help her realize it can be behind her, it can be anywhere around her, and there is no danger. She doesn't need to jump or buck or run someone over, okay? And when you're desensitizing, right, beautiful lady? When you're desensitizing, you want to stand off to the side. So in case she does get really spooked, commonly a horse will jump forward, not so much sideways, and it's less dangerous if they came sideways. So you want to stay on the side just in case they get scared and jump forward. I've shown this before, but I start by just petting them with it. I use it as an extension of my hand. Yes, well, you're a little too close. Can we back up? Good girl, good girl. All right, oh, you're okay. Yeah, see, she knows. She's supposed to move and exercise. That's okay. Good girl. There you go. She can explore it with her mouth, I don't mind. Yeah, that's how they explore things. They don't have hands, obviously. I know, I'm so smart. So then we've got it past her head. So here we go here. Oh, that feels good. That feels like brushing. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, we just keep going. Doing good. The flies are bothering her. Eventually, not standing in front, eventually, if you could see here so the people could see, that would be great. That would be so great. Eventually we're going to get back here, which you can see is much harder because they can't see directly behind them and because many of them have been trained that when something moves behind them they should move or go or walk or whatever. So this would be the hardest part. She's doing fine. Yeah, she's doing good right here. She's trying to scratch her face on my arm from the flies. So she did pretty good there. Not bad. She didn't really get scared. She just did what she thought she was supposed to do. So that was good. Another thing I do is they say loud people make quiet horses, and that's very true. So I'm rarely careful about what I do around them. A lot of people are a little more careful because they don't want to scare them. Well, I don't want to scare them either, but I don't want them to be dangerous to be around or to be ridden because they could just freak out at anything. So that's my philosophy. So I'm done with this. I'm just gonna toss it over there. And she's used to me, so she didn't mind. So another thing we can do Okay, come here. So this one is very helpful depending on what you're going to do with your horse, but I think this is really helpful for everybody because the reins, if you drop them, can feel like a rope. Bushes, if a bush just hits their leg, it can feel like a rope and scare them and freak them out. So it's not actually a rope, but I'll hold on to the hard side. Again, this is not violent. We're not going to be hitting her with this. Yeah, let her see what it is first. And again, she hasn't done any of this in a very long time, so we'll see. I usually start out where they're not having any reaction, where it's not a problem. So here, she's doing great. Oh, it dropped. She didn't do bad. Got to stay back though. Good, good girl, good girl. And then once we have this pretty well established, it would take a lot longer with a horse that wasn't used to it. Then the most important part for me is the legs, so that, like I said, when you're in the going on a trail ride or something, if a bush comes back or a branch and snaps them in the leg or something, they're not going to jump or buck or have a big reaction. So I go around the legs. Hopefully you can see this. Maybe we should back up a little. Back. Good girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. And I don't really want to let her eat right now because that's going to distract her. She's going to be happy just because she's eating. She's not necessarily going to learn what we're trying to learn. So just do this around the legs, but she's not expecting it. Good. Not hitting her, just, you know, unexpected movements. Good. She did great. She's doing good. Good. Basically no reaction, so very good. Okay, the next one's going to be a little harder. What we're going to do is I'm going to go over to that garbage can, which is full of garbage, and it's metal, and I'm going to pretend to accidentally knock it down. Of course, she won't know what's coming. I'm going to stay relaxed. I'm not going to get worried like, oh, she might freak out. And then when they're very sensitive animals, very, very sensitive. I think it's part of being a prey animal. I'm not 100% sure. So she will know if I'm nervous. So I'm just going to go over there like no big deal and pretend to knock it down. It's going to make a loud sound. Stuff's going to come flying out. You're the sweetest. You're the sweetest. And we'll see what she does. Yeah. Do you want to show how you're the only one that lets him kiss him? You want to show what a good kisser you are? Not today. You want to eat? Come here. That smells so good. They smell so good and they're so soft. I know. All right, so let's go over here. No, no food. Just going on a walk. Okay. Come on. That didn't work. Come on. Guess I'm gonna have to kick it harder. Good. Very good. Good. No reaction. Good. Flag hitting her in the face. She's fine with that. Good. Really good. Another thing they very much dislike is the sound of plastic or tarps. A lot of people use tarps. I just don't have one the right size to desensitize her. Again, see what it is? Yep. And I'm gonna crunch it. Yeah, no big deal. I'm not expecting a problem. I'm not anxious. I'm not worried. Yeah, that's a weird thing. Right by your eye. Quickly. You weren't expecting it. Over here. Good. Good girl. Over on your back. Oh, it touched your back. It touched your head. Very good. Told you she was good at this. What a good girl. Another thing that I like to do is, did anybody hear Suede calling? Is do a lot over their back and the sides where your stirrups would be hitting. Because a lot of times a newer rider, or just if you get off balance or your legs get tired, you know, anything could happen. Those stirrups can hit them and bang on them, and we don't want them to react. Good girl. Yes. Well, they can react in love. That's very sweet. Now if you can see, I just cleaned her little eyes. She has an antibiotic, just like Django did a while ago. So she'll be good before you know it. Just a little conjunctivitis, but. So don't worry, baby Chica's okay. Another thing we can do is use a chair, things we already have hanging around. This is a metal chair that goes with a outdoor little bistro set or whatever. So we're gonna walk around it, no big deal. We're gonna accidentally knock it over, and then we're gonna carry it and put it away. And none of that should be a problem. So this is something, if she wasn't desensitized, we'd wanna work on. That's a lot of scary things for them. The banging, the sound, the shape, the right next to their body, the unpredictable movement when you drag it. Yeah, not for you, I know. Because you're very smart. So again, I anticipate she'll do fine, fine with this, but we'll see. Okay, not bad. It's okay, a little bit afraid, normal. Again, I'm gonna lift this up quite quick. I'm not gonna baby her. Okay. Actually, that was an accident. She did better that time. Excuse me, your big head. Thank you. Good. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. All right, now we have to put this away. You ready? Should we put it away? Nicely done, Chica. Isn't she the star? Comment below if Chica's your favorite. It's hard to have a favorite, but she's a beautiful lady. Look at this mane. Luxurious. Hair any woman would want. Yes, you're a beautiful lady. You're a good girl. Okay. So I like to work with the actual saddle, things that they will be actually experiencing. This is not, okay, this is just for demonstration purposes. This saddle pad is too long, it's not in the right place, the cinch is not hooked up, okay? So that's for a reason. We're gonna let it fall off of her in a minute and see how she does. But so what I do, I don't have any more treats. We went and got treats on the break, on the commercial break. Hi. We can't see when you're facing forward. Can you? That's a good girl. Woo. So, good girl. So, this will happen a lot. Maybe you hit a bump and you don't have a good seat, you're new, you might bang down when they're not expecting it. That doesn't hurt, by the way. Okay, we've got these. What if this thing's hanging loose? Uh-oh, it got untied on our ride. Good. So, say our cinch comes untied when we're riding. That's something that could happen. Uh-oh, came untied. Do you have ants in your pants? Do you have ants in your pants? Oh, who hears Suede calling? Whoa, whoa. So good. What if a fly comes by your eye and you're not expecting it? Good. Oh, a branch. Good. Very good girl. Good girl. And again, we come over here. Oh, we're just petting you. Whoops. Oh, something happened. You're okay. Yep. Woo. Okay. Well, that's what I wanted to demonstrate anyway, but okay, so this is a really good way to desensitize them, is to just put things on their back. It can be anything. But since she's pretty good about this, she'll be fine. Whoa. She has a one-track mind. Can you tell what she thinks about all the time? Food. Okay, so I'm just gonna walk her a little. This is gonna fall off because it's almost falling off anyway, and she should do pretty well. But again, you're gonna stay on the side. You're gonna be prepared in case something happens, but you're going to expect that nothing will happen. So we're gonna stay nice and calm. I actually do expect that nothing will happen, so I'm super relaxed, but we'll see how she does. Good girl. That's a good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Nope. Here. Let's see if this is a little safer way to keep you not so close to me. You're very cute and I love you. Nope. She did amazing. Good girl. Good girl. So that's a good thing. You can put a frisbee, an old bottle, a bag is really good. Like a grocery bag, the plastic ones or reusable ones, because they make sounds. Anything like that, and then just walk them or do whatever and let it fall off organically. And as you can see, works really well. She's used to me being loud. She also was trained by, come here so I don't have to yell. She was trained by a John Lyon certified trainer when she first came out of the BLM program. So she's very well trained and desensitized. But yeah, you just have to work with them. And once they get it, it seems that it stays with them. So we haven't practiced that in forever, any of these things. So she did really, really well. Look at what Chica's such a good girl. She's such a good girl. Yeah. Give her some scratches for a reward. She seems very itchy. All right, we're gonna put her back, let her eat for a reward, give her little scratches and loves, and then let her go eat. And we'll see you next time. Please like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. It would help us a lot. Also, share the video with anyone that you think might like it, and turn on the notifications. See you next time.